Only in America can a guy in a hoodie make more sense than the entire Democrat elite and side with Trump while doing so. America isn't divided by race or religion, it's divided by intelligence. And John Fetterman chose the smart side. You guys gotta check this video out.
I know it's like we all know what happened. Per, the new administration, and they have a much different kind of a view on immigration and the border.
Really quick, guys. I'm sorry to pause so early, but right out the gate, we already know. Fetterman's not hiding behind politics. He's telling it exactly how it is, right? And that already puts him above all of his party because they refuse to tell the truth. Week after week, what are they doing in the media? They're trying to just fear trap you into thinking Trump is the bad guy. It's a bunch of fear monger going on with the Democratic Party, man. And I really want to see what they do coming for 2028. Let's keep going, guys. Make sure you're liking the video. Make sure you're subscribing. Make sure you send it to your friends. Let's keep going.
And I actually agree with parts of it. Honestly, I've said this publicly, and I'll say this again. I believe our party did not they didn't do a good job with the border, and I was very clear on that. And then also, I'd like to say that I was the lead co-sponsor of the Lincoln Bill. There as well too. I believe that that we can be very pro-immigration, but we also have to have a very secure border.
Exactly.
And that puts me in a different place now. Some people didn't feel like I honored the spirit of immigration, but I actually believe that I did. And now today I'm going to continue that part of my conversation and my commitment. And that is with DACA. DACA. Okay, now we can all agree.
So, guys, there it is, man. Look at John Fetterman. He's very serious. He said it. A Democrat admitting that they failed on the border is actually very, very brave. And that's not rare. That is very brave. And that's why we love John Fetterman.
With that. Now, for me, my wife was a former dreamer. My wife was a former dreamer, and now I wouldn't have the family that I have, if it wasn't for her. But she was brought to the country when she was 7 years old, and of course, and now I know, Mr. Law, I know we all have LexisNexis, and we all know, and I know that you don't have a strong opinion for Dreamers and DACA. So I'm not going to turn it into gotcha theater, because I really want to have like a sincere conversation here in our brief time we're here. And now, for example, I'm trying to understand why punishing dreamers that were brought here as children here in this country now, why there's not a path for citizenship, why when they're making these kinds of important contributions here to our nation. And it's like, can we only just be punitive and vengeful about immigration? Why we can't even acknowledge that that could be part of something very a positive thing for our nation?
Most politics guys are stuck in the 1950s, right? They want division. They don't want solutions. They want it to be red and blue, not Americans. They don't want it to simply just be we are patriots. And Trump is fighting just the thing. He's finding real solutions, and that's why they hate it. It's just so obvious to me what's going on, guys, and I wish that these people weren't so heartless to act like they don't see it.
Thank you for the question, Senator. Thank you for your support of border security, as well as the Laken Riley Act. And I'd also like to thank you for a leading role in combating anti-Semitism that has just exploded in recent times. To the specific question of illegal aliens receiving a path to citizenship, that is solely the purview of Congress. The most notable legislative opportunity that I'm familiar with is known as the DREAM Act. And it's my understanding that that bill has gone before the Congress numerous times, and every single time it has failed.
But personally, any of you in front of us here today, do any of you perhaps could consider or maybe support something like that legislative solution for Dreamers?
Well, thank you for the question, Senator. I think it is the purview of the lawmakers to pass legislation and present those to the president. And thus far, it's been my understanding that that bill has failed to, to obtain the votes necessary to make it to the White House.
Okay. So for me, because it just continually just seems to like it's difficult to two things must be true: a secure border, but then now, and we also can celebrate immigration as well too. And now, for me, we had a young person in Georgia, Himena, and she was just pulled over, and it was actually the wrong car. And she of course, she was a dreamer, and now she could be looking at a possible situation of being deported for that. She was brought here as a young child. I'm not really sure it's American to punish a person who is living her best life and making significant contributions to our nation to be punished for a decision for a parent when they were 5, 6, 7, 8 years at that point. And
What do you guys think about that, man? I really want to know. Like, I want you to hit the comments down below and let me know what you think because I believe he's 100% right. Let's protect the dreamers that are trying to dream and let's go after the criminals that are abusing the system. I just love that Trump and Tom Homan are finally holding those accountable. They said bring Abrego Garcia back. And man, they brought him back, and this time he has charges to face. And really quick, guys, when Fetterman and Trump start agreeing on the border security, the rest of Washington is actually the problem. Let me know what you guys think about this quick video. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe if you're new, and as always, let me know what you react to. We're out.